Buying a home is one of the biggest decisions you'll ever make, and for most people, it can be overwhelming. There are so many moving pieces, so many people involved, and it can be hard to know where to even begin. That's exactly why I wanted to make this video, to walk you through the entire buying process so you know what to expect and you feel confident every step of the way. I'm Sherine.azzam and I'm a realtor in Chicago. I work with buyers all the time, and the number one question I get during my first conversation is, what does the process look like? So let's get into it. The first step is to find your agent. This is where it all begins, and your agent makes all the difference. Don't for a second doubt that. A great agent isn't just someone who schedules showings and opens doors for you. Your agent is guiding you through one of the most significant financial transactions of your life. You want someone with experience, someone you trust, and someone who communicates well. Ask around, read reviews, have conversations. This relationship matters. And a good agent will also connect you with the other professionals you'll need, like a real estate attorney and a loan officer. Step 2, get pre-approved. Before you start seriously looking at homes, you need to know what you can actually afford. This is where your loan officer comes in. Your loan officer will review your financial picture, your income, your assets, your credit, and help you determine your real budget. From there, you will be issued a pre-approval letter. This letter is essential, and it tells sellers that you're a serious and a credible buyer. Without a letter, any offer you make on any home will not even be considered. So this step happens early, and it happens before the fun part, which is the search. Step 3, search for your home. Here's where it gets exciting. Once you're pre-approved, your agent is going to have a detailed conversation with you and really get to know what you're looking for. Size, location, style, must-haves, deal breakers, school districts, commutes, neighborhood amenities, all of it. That information is used to set up your home search so that you're seeing the right properties, not just everything on the market. Now, I want to set realistic expectations here. Sometimes buyers find a home within a week or two. Sometimes it takes a few months. It really depends on what's available in the market at any given time. The key is staying patient and staying communicative with your agent. And trust me, when the right home comes along, you'll know it. And your agent should know it right away too. Step 4, offer, negotiation, and contract. You found the home you love. Now what? This is where a good agent really begins to shine. Together, you'll decide on the right offer price, taking into account comparable sales, market conditions, and what you know about the property. Your agent will walk you through important details like the closing date, contingencies you want to include, and the overall offer strategy and what it looks like. Once the offer is submitted, there may be some back and forth. That's normal. Negotiation is part of the process, and your agent will be right there with you. Once both parties come to an agreement, everything gets memorialized in the sales contract, and that's when the deal is officially in motion. Step 5, inspection and attorney review. At this point, the sale is contingent on a couple of very important things happening simultaneously. The first is the home inspection. A licensed home inspector is going to do a thorough walkthrough of the property, the structure, the mechanical systems, appliances, fixtures like cabinets, everything. They'll put together a detailed report of their findings, and then you and your agent will review it together and decide how to proceed. If there are significant issues, those need to be addressed, and there may be additional negotiations as a result. At the same time, your real estate attorney is reviewing the contract and all relevant documents, and I'm very well aware that attorneys are not involved in real estate transactions in some states, but in Illinois, attorney review is a standard part of the process, and having a good attorney in your corner is something I always strongly recommend. Your attorney and the seller's attorney will work together to resolve any outstanding issues before the contract becomes final. Step 6, appraisal and mortgage commitment. Of course, this step is only necessary for buyers getting a mortgage, not cash buyers. While the inspection and attorney review are happening, your loan officer is also working behind the scenes. They're processing your full mortgage application and moving forward towards something called a mortgage commitment, which is essentially the lender's formal approval of your loan. Part of that process involves an appraisal. The lender sends an independent appraiser to the home to confirm that the property's market value supports the loan amount. This protects both you and the bank. If the appraisal comes in at or above the purchase price, you're in great shape. If the appraisal comes in below the purchase price, then your agent and your attorney will explain your options and help you navigate the outcome. Step 7, the final walkthrough and closing. This is the finish line. Typically, when a loan is involved, you're looking at about 30 to 45 days from the date of the signed contract to closing. Cash purchases move faster. Within 48 hours leading up to the closing, you and your agent will do a final walkthrough of the home to make sure it's being delivered in the condition that you expect it to be in, that nothing has been altered, and that any agreed upon repairs were made. Then comes the closing. At the closing table, your attorney will walk you through all of the paperwork that you need to sign. There's a lot of it, but your attorney will explain what you're signing and why. And then once everything is signed and approved by the lender, if there is one, you get the keys and the home is yours. That's the general process. 7 steps, and each one of them matters equally. As I just said, what I've walked you through is a general process that most buyers will experience. But it's important to understand that every client and every transaction is unique. Some deals will require additional steps, and sometimes complications come up that call for a different path. The process is always custom tailored to you and the specific needs of your transaction. That's what your agent is there for, to guide you every step of the way. And I always tell my clients the same thing. You will know exactly what you need to know at exactly the time you need to know it. When you have the right team around you, the process is much more manageable. You're never navigating it alone. If you're thinking about buying a home in the Chicago area and you'd like to talk through the process, I'd love to connect. You can reach out through my website at sherine.azzam.com, and I'll leave the link in the description below. And if this video was helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it if you know someone who's thinking about buying. I'll see you in the next video about the selling process.